If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty.
We are the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bengals drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. The 40. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for Cincinnati.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Buying time to his left. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Back to throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A handoff to Mixon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Here we go.
They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Burrow's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Burrow. The quick slant caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. No CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's a throw that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is taken at the 10. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. Now Burrow loses the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Burrow will throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A final shot before the break. Watson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz as time expires in the first half. And the Browns get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 27, Watson flushed out right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. 65 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Chubb. Oh, good move at the 10. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off the play fake. Watson. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down and 4. Big 13. Big 13. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll make it 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line. Here we go. Here we go.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd and inches. Gun.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On third down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. McPherson now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now the Bengals on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper, and that is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Watson to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the